Right, people, I'm back again. This is for Walkthough Metin 2, Walkthough Metin 2 UK server. Now, mainly news for a moment, because believe me, I'm quite angry about a few things. First thing, I've had frequently about, I'm not going to say any names, people going, when are you going to upload this? When are you going to upload Metin 2? When are you going to upload this? This is me, what forced me to do this video, in fact. Metin 2 videos will be uploaded when they are ready. At the moment, I didn't have any Metin 2 videos recorded. At the moment, I'm just recording this one out of pure emergency in a way. And then what really peeved me was that someone went, why are you uploading this? I can't remember what the person said, but basic message is stop uploading this, upload more Metin 2. The reason why I'm uploading Sport is because I didn't have any Metin 2 videos recorded. And so until I had some more videos recorded, I did that. So there's nothing, so there's at least something to watch. If you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. Simple as that. Don't go moaning about it in the comments of that video. As I said, I'm not saying any names. The people responsible know who they are. Another person who, I tell him the reason why I haven't uploaded, and then he says, there's some comment saying, when are you going to upload it? It makes you wonder if I'm speaking to a brick wall. So, as much as I do appreciate that you have interest in these videos, and it also gave me a good kick in the rear end to do this. It's not easy because it's not just Metin 2 I play, it's other games as well, and I have a main here. I've mainly been focusing on my main the time I have spent playing Metin 2. And just now my main won the competition, and one of the prizes of that, it gives an item ring, I think, item ring and thief squad from the shop. So I want to take full advantage of that and level him as much as possible. It's going to take up most of the time I play on Metin 2. It's going to leave me fairly little time on Kirisame. Right, I'll try and I'll try and play on Kirisame when I can, but most of the time I haven't been though. As I haven't done any hunting or anything like that, I've mainly just been focusing on my main. So that's that really. So I've been uploading Sport in the meantime while I've been doing that. So it's not that I've got rid of Metin 2 walkthrough at all. It's not that at all. I'm still quite happy to do this. It's just that I didn't have anything recorded for that. Simple as that. I've said that the same thing about 4 times now. Something to the same person. It just makes me it just makes me angry. Doesn't it? Always just I know you're interested in it. It's just saying the same things over and over again. It's just, well, that just makes me angry. And sometimes even made me think about whether I should continue doing this. It just doesn't help at all. So as much, right, all I ask is that, right, is that you just be a bit patient. That's all I ask. Right, that's me. I'm going to stop moaning now, and now I'm going to move on to a few bits more other things. This video might come out slightly differently, I don't know, so I'm going on a different frames per second. When I started Sport Expo, I went and tried out a different frames per second. I just went on to a little bit less. It might be a tiny bit more laggy, but it didn't seem to show any problems in the Sport Let's Play, which I'm quite happy about. What it does mean is it reduces a lot. Curse wolf. Oh, I see. There's Lycos there. There's Lycos there again. Turn that off. So as I say, it's on lower frames per second than normal, just so it makes it easier for me to upload it, convert it and all that lot, and it also means less room. It also means more footage possible to record as well. It means it's less taking up less room. Now, what I'm going to do in this walkthrough, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do in this part, in the emergency, and I've thought of a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to show you horse medal hunting now, which you want to start roughly about this level, maybe a little bit later, at least by level 20, at least when you're at level 25 anyway, because at level 25 you can start working towards getting a horse. And horses are very useful at the moment, when you first get it, it's only useful just getting round, really, but it becomes very useful later. And so we'll want to do horseman. Don't need it so much for Hakurai, but we will need it for Kirisame. And so first of all, we're going to map 2. And I'm going to start heading to the place where we go for horsemeal hunting. While I'm on my way there, I'm going to tell you a few things what I have planned for Kirisame. I've decided that I'm going to do Enchanted Blades, Enchanted Armour, Fear as my 3rd master. 4th master will be Finger Strike, with 5th master being Dispel. I'm not going to master Dragon's Swell. Dragon's a skill I'm not going to master. Now, someone told me to master Dragon's Swell third, do master that 3rd, and then do Fear. I personally don't. As well as Dragon's Swell is quite useful PvM skill, but what he normally does, he goes on a horse, whacks, something occasionally hops off, do Dragon's Swell, back on, whack. I just normally just do whack. It's just much easier for me. That's just how I play on my archers. My archer hasn't got any skills at all to use in close combat. So, that's basically what I'm going to do with Kirisame. And I'm going to also make him slightly PvP-ish and go for Finger Strike and Dispel. So those two are very useful skills of PvP. Finger Strike is also useful on some enemies as well. I'm just checking where I am. Okay, still got a bit of travelling to do. It's fine. That's in terms of skills. Now, I decided to just focus on leveling for the moment, rather than doing quests. I do some major hunting when I'm about level 35. That mate's still there. Hakurai's at the spot where we're heading to, so she's online. About level 35. Now, when I'm at level 35, hopefully by then I'll have Warhorse, and I'll be hunting level 35, level 30 Metins roughly, and relying on the money from that. If I can build up enough money, then I'll use that to build up enough money to get the equipment, some really good equipment, and then after that I'll go leveling like mad. Simple as that. And hopefully I'll just spend the Let's Play. I don't know how long it'll take me to do what happens. That'll be like another big gap, really, something like that. But anyway, I'm at the spot now for horsemeal hunting. The other thing I'm going to do in this walkthrough is I'm going to show you the forum, because it's a very, very useful place. A lot of places don't bother with the forum, and then they go around begging, asking, "Well, don't do this. When's this happening? When's the next event?" All these questions can be answered just by going to the forum. And not only that, you can talk to people. It makes you more known, which in turn helps get people to help you in game better. Gets you more friends. Friends are very helpful, and we'll need some friends later to help us with future quest. That's ironically at level 35. Hopefully, or a bit later. So I'll be trying. And not only that, forum is also very useful. You can find lots of useful information on it. Find all the new latest things that are happening. You also got the in-game rules, which are very important, so you wonder why on earth you've been banned for a few days. Because a lot of players just do illegal things without even knowing them. So, because they don't bother to look at the rules. So, my advice is have a look at, well, at least have a little look through them. They do change sometimes, and they do inform you when they do get changed. They've been changed recently, and they've made new rules. And finally, some competitions. Although they do advertise some competitions in game, you find out about them a lot earlier and a lot easier by just again going on the forum. So probably later on in this part, I will show you the forum. Let me just bring Hakurai and Kirisame into group, and then I'll bring them inside. Bring Hakurai inside, so be right back. Okay, we're back. Right, parted them up, and Hakurai's gone in now. This is the monkey dungeon. There are 3 different monkey dungeons in Metin 2. There's easy, normal, and hard. This is the easy dungeon. Easy monkey dungeons found in map 2. Normal and hard dungeons I'll show you much later in the walkthrough. But at the moment it would be just the easy one. I have hunted here once with Kirisame and he's doing 2 groups at best, I think. Now for chunjo, it's here where flashing, it's where this blue dot is at the top. For Jino it's also at the very top. For Shinsu I don't know, I'm going to have to quickly check from a map of Shinsu, be right back. Okay, back now. Right, for Shinsu, from Monkey Dungeon is on the right hand side of the map. So there's that. Now, oh dear, of course it's been killed by monkeys. As you expect, the Monkey Dungeon has got monkeys, so let's just hop in. I'll bring Hakoi up once with... yeah. Damn monkeys! Now, different 8 dungeons got different monkeys in them. This is the easy one. And there are 4 different types of monkeys plus the boss. So... going to get rid of this lot and I'll explain a bit more. You want to target throwers mainly first, they're the nastier ones. Right. Need to bring Hakoi back up on her feet. Okay, she's back on her feet. Right. As in each of the different 8 dungeons there are different mobs you can find. They're all monkeys in some way or another. So obviously it's Monkey Dungeon. Now these monkeys are where you can get horse melts from. They're mainly collected in the first. You can also first 8 done. You can also buy them from other players. They're worth about 250k each, about the same price as Kirisame's Enchanted Blade books. I prefer to buy his Enchanted Blade books, especially with the lack of money we've got at the moment now. So, so what we. In this dungeon there are weak ape soldiers, weak ape throwers, weak ape fighters, weak ape generals, and you've got a boss which is, I think, rock ape. He's calling easy ape dungeon. And mainly at the moment throwers drop for horse mills. Weak ape soldiers are easy, they basically do next to nothing. The tricky ones are the throwers, they're the damaging, they're the nasty ones. As you see, they just throw something at you. You can also cause slowing, which slows your movement rate. You can also stun you. And can't remember if they can cause poison on top of my head, I don't know. So but I know they can cause, oh no. Mouse playing up again. My mouse has been playing up recently. I don't know if it's got a weak wire. Oh no, it's been a bit laggy now thanks to it. Now fighters and generals, they attack in close combat like soldiers, but they're a lot stronger. Kirisame does know a prayer against the generals and the fighters. But however, I think you do get more chance of getting a horse mail from them. Now one thing that's really annoying about throwers, they can run into the walls. Computer game logic, but you can. So if you, unless you're a ninja with a bow, you can just shoot them through the walls, but if not, then the next best thing is just to lure them out of the walls. By just moving away, and they'll move away towards you. So that's that. I'll move Kirisame back, Hakoi back up here. Noise to go up. So if you've got a mental wise, this would be a bit easier for you because of a strong body. I think now. trying to think. Weaponry series of those is without cost a bit, especially if you're somewhere in arch, or because in that case you've got next to nothing you can go on. Hakurai, I'm not going to buy a horse. I'm going to get a horse for her because I'm going back to this. I know because when we're level 25, I can get them to marry. I will be showing it. I don't know if we're going to do it right when we're level 25 or not. I don't know. But when the players marry, they've got wedding wings, and wedding wings allow them to warp to the partner if you can, if they're online and they're in an area where you can warp. Which is how Hakurai is going to get around to keep up with Kirisame, really. So Hakurai won't need a horse as much. It's Kirisame. Both of them are M3 now in their skills. They're still Kirisame's failed all the books since then, but Hakurai and Hakurai's, they're both at one success towards M4, so nothing new there, I don't think. Come on. I haven't got tried blade up that blade, have I? No, that's why he's hitting it a bit weaker. I'm going to bring SP up, put on the bus again. That die. Yeah, it's because of those throwers. Got too many throwers and it can be an absolute pain. I think they ignore defense. I think it counts magic attacks, which isn't good if you're. Which isn't a good thing. I think it counts. It might also count as arrows, in which case you need arrow resistance. I don't know. Like some mobs, ranged mobs in the game that don't use bows, but they still count as ranged attackers. Still count as arrow resistance still works against them. So it might count as archers, I don't know. Right. The other thing I can think of about telling you about 8 dungeons is that for bossing it has a chance of dropping a monkey herb, which is used if your horse dies. So that's that. Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of hunting now. See if I can drop a horse medal, but I'm maybe going to get Kirisame to focus on leveling here for the time being, in case he does get a horse medal. So I'm going to do a bit of hunting. So be right back. Okay, people, and we're back. Right now, I've just went on the farm here. I had to do quite a few log out of Kirisame Hakurai, bring up my other video recorder, which is Hypercam 2, and so I'm logging the farm now. To get to the farm, which is this, it's board.metin2.co.uk without the dash in between Metin and 2. I'll type in a moment. And you'll come to this, which is a portal, which shows you. This is basically farm. In the portal you can see different stats as well as the latest posts, but I don't really focus on this. Let's get to the main part. Now, one first thing to do when you go on the farm is to register. Left clicking on this. You're only allowed, unlike in game, you can only have one farm account on one IP. If you've got multiple family members that play this game and you want them, and they each want to have their own farm account, then you'll need to send a ticket via the support system to the farm. But you send tickets to the support and tell them. Otherwise, you're going to get some of your accounts banned for multiple accounting, which is one rules. What I'll ask you to do first is, I'm not going to register as I've already got an account on farm. I don't want to create a second account for Kirisame because of that rule. So I'll be using my main account. They'll ask you to understand terms and conditions, and then you'll need to fill in your details. So username best. You don't have to have it the same character name as your in-game character. So I don't have to. So if I was registering a new account, I don't have to have it Kirisame. You can have it whatever you want. But little tip: don't have it the same as your name as your username for in the game. You can have it as your character name, or that's what most people do. That's what I do with my main. I've got my main's character's name as That's my farm account username, but it'll be whatever players will see by anyway on your account. Now, email address, it's best to have a different email address, well, to one in game. But anyway, you can have the same thing in game one. It's up to you, really. Password that speaks for itself, and then type in the correct security code. And when you've done that, it'll send an email to your email account asking you to register. Lots of things do this, and that's registering me. Then once you've registered, you can see register is at the top there. I don't know if you can see the mouse arrow or not. And then you log in, or you log you in. I think you can register. I'm going to log myself in, so hold on. If I'm supposed to remember. Okay, right. I've typed in my username and password here, so the password's hidden. And what this button here is, remember me, it's handy if no one else uses your computer. If you're in an internet cafe, or if other people use your computer, then it's not a good idea to have that. But it means it'll log you straight in when you get to the site. Since I'm the only one using my laptop, I have that on. It should log me in yet. So now I'm logged in. When you're logged in, you can always access your profile here. So this is how other people see you. This is me. So anyone, you can, if you go to find, you can automatically see my profile here. This is nothing unusual. On your profile, it shows you. You can hide some of these details. You don't have to fill them in, but you see, I've Kirisame is one of my own characters ages ago. And you can see general information about person. Like if they're online now, it'll show you what they're looking at. In this case, my own profile. And that's it. And who's most recently visited your profile? And that's that, really. This will bring you back to my actual site. You can edit your profile from the top here, as well as log out and check any messages you receive. If you do get any messages, it'll have a number beside private messages here, as well as a blue box here saying you've got a message from. And if you click that, you can see any messages you got here. So these are some of my messages here. That's it. So it's made nothing. One guy there was just trying to do a bit of cheating during the recent Metin 2 wars. This is what I was talking about in my main. So my main's got voted for a second time best male archer on Miang. I still don't think I deserve it, but loads of people say I do. Anyway, and one prize is that it will help me. A couple of prizes there will help me level up a lot easier. So that's why I want to focus on my main while I've got it. It's not me neglecting Kirisame, it's just me taking advantage of something that's happening on my main. Now, any new posts that come up will, for a section therein, will appear black, as well as how many new posts. So in this case 2. And as well as you can see here, I normally have a quick browse through these. A lot of things disappeared out of theme. I don't know. So you can edit your profile by going here. So I can. In this case, this is personal details, so I can say a bit about me as well as details. You don't have to put in each of these. Maybe some players choose not to. That's perfectly up to you. If you want to keep things hidden, it's totally up to you. So that's me anyway. There's a little hint about what if I do continue this walkthrough. That's a little bit hint about what Kirisame Hacker I do later. So right, next thing to tell you, in the forum here you can see is this way you apply to become GM, this is the way you become moderator, this is the way you apply to, I don't know if you can see the mouse, I hope you can anyway. You can, then you can see this is not. It's also where you can apply to become wiki, but only if they're open. So you can moderate it's open at the moment. Here is 2 very useful guides. it's best if loads more players read this book, because most people don't go on the forum and these don't get read. It's quite a shame because there's some very useful information in these two threads. It's how to prevent being scammed, how to prevent being hacked. Like, there's some very useful advice to follow. It's a very good guy. Sungu is a very well-known, hard-working member of the forum here. I swear he's changed his son. I don't know. Either way, he's made a guide on how to prevent being scammed. So some of the things that he says here are quite common sensory, but so many people just don't follow them. There's some very useful information here. The forum's got some very useful information, yet no one players just been lazy. Very useful place this is. Some of these I've seen before. I've had that happen to my main, but I didn't bother for it. One scam intent that someone tried to do on HackerEye recently. I might have a picture of it. I might have a picture of it. I don't know if I think I've deleted it actually, but I'll see if I can find it in the general section. Via something called searching. Now, this is another thing that many people in forum don't bother to do, but again, it's very useful. Helps solve a lot of hassle and makes you look better with players. You just search for information yourself. It's going to want to search for a particular thread I made that I can show you. I know it's called funny scam attempt, something like that. I made scam attempt. So funny scam. It's got a search box here. Press enter. And right, bingo! It's found the thread I wanted easily. I know it's in the general section, yes. And it basically shows you I show where someone tried to scam HackerEye my buff bot. Well, Kirisame's buff bot. Wait, loads up. Oh, hold on, get rid of that piece of junk. This is this is off camera. This person did it, but it's a very poor attempt at scamming. But it does happen, and I have heard players that fall for things like this, where a person's so I won the cash prize of $30 million. I didn't straight away I knew it was a scam. I just decided to play along with it. But some of the things like this are just common sense. But let's search in just one example of scam. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is show you the different parts of forums. Now, here you find forum announcements. Oh, that's one such. So you click on this. That shows you most recent post on the right there. I keep clicking on. So you've got any announcements about forum will be made there. Any announcements about the game will be made here. So for example, recently our great GA KD, very good GA, recently told us about new rules. Popped up, as well as a link to the discussion thread to talk about them. So as it is, these are your current in-game rules. It's very useful if you do read over these a couple of times, because I've seen, as I said earlier, I've seen many cases where players just get banned for a few days and because of something they didn't know about. Because they just don't bother, they even tell you when you're registered to read the in-game rules. There's a reason why. So. And so forum rules are here as well. You can also see a link to them at the top there. There's also on the forum here a link to Wikipedia for support system. So it's easy. So if you've gotten the website address for them, you can also go via the forum. The links there, as well as the IRC. You can go there and talk to other players via IRC if you use that. I don't use IRC really much. I've been on IRC here for ages. Right, now another very useful bit of the section on show is this, just under community announcements here, is event calendar. Now, one very frequent question that noobs and no-levels and people always ask is, when's the next event? So where's the event? Things like this. All these can be answered if you've just got an event calendar. Click on the event calendar. He show you details of any planned current events. In this case, it recently just showing you, just made a new post site recently. You show your planned events. I'll be going into events a bit more later. But I'm going to April event calendar, and here you got a list of all details of events on this month. Now that Gates of Health, no, that one there, I was with on my main. And see right here, some said on the forum about where this information was. This was right here the whole time on the forum where you could ask. Again, you just made yourself look like an idiot just for not looking. And many players in game were going like, where's this, where's that, when GMs were on purposely spamming it and announcements in game, as well as the information being clear as day on here for days, weeks and weeks. They could have just found out them. So again, look at the event calendar. Tell you all details, all current events. Usually, most of everything you need to know. If there is still something you need to know, just PM PM KD or something in game, or on here. That I won't be telling my mail. I just don't know. However, I'll maybe show you this with Kirisame if I'm still doing this. But Ox events, very popular events. I could give you a rough introduction to events now. Some of them might be very useful for Kirisame right now. That's just something special, I think, just for because it's something happening in my country. So I might take advantage of that with my main. What I could do with my Kirisame, I don't know. It depends if I'm going to continue this walkthrough or not. Right. Next section. No other sections. Now, that's to do with the awards. So as I say, I'm not going to go into it. My main got voted. As I say, my main got voted best male archer. That will disappear eventually. Now, I'm going to say each of the different sections. This here is a general section. This is used for most in-game things. And watching some people think it's a good idea to just throw anything in there, just hope more people. When more people go in here, when eventually will just get moved to the right section by mods, but it doesn't make you look good at all. See, this indicates this thing here. But if you can't see it, in the next to thing I'm highlighting here, this shows you the threads being moved. So you can see all these feet are being moved, and you can see all different kinds of threads here. Next section I'm going to show you is, when it loads up, is in here FAQ and FAQ guides work. So I've been thinking of putting my walkthrough in this one. I'll wait until I've got a lot more parts if I do decide to continue with it in here. But in here you can see all different kinds of guides, all different kinds of things. Some of them are starting to go out of date, but some of them are still quite functional here now. There's some very useful, again there's very useful information. I've looked at these sometimes with my main. So again, feel free to have a look at them. All those guys are made by players, most of them made by players, and there's some very useful information in there for you. So feel free to have a look at. There's another place where you can look. So see, already this farm is very useful information that players are just missing out on because they just don't bother to go on them. Now, next section is question tips. This is where you can ask questions. So, if you're something you're not sure about, you can ask questions. And now, I've seen many places where people just done something that's already on forums. So again, use search. So, have a question. Feel free to have a question. If it's highlighted, if it's in italic like that title, it means you've put a post in that before. You also tell by this image here. This means it's got an attachment in there somewhere, or you've put an attachment in there. This is where you can ask questions. Anyway, you've got different sections. You've got questions to do with game, to do with board, to do with wiki, and these are questions that you do with client. If you think like something's going wrong with game client, or something's going wrong with any technical issues in game, or doing Metin 2 in general. Like you might have graphics problems, so you're wondering what the hell for. So again, you'll put that in technical support, and players will try and solve your problems for you. Now, another thing is, this is using, I forgot to tell you this, I should have done this after I spoke about general. You've got your section here on user inductions, farewells. This way, if you're new to farm, you can introduce this, or to game, you can introduce yourself here. And when you quit in, you can say goodbye here as well. So, as simple as that. Next thing is, if you want to talk about character, or you've got questions relating to characters, that again, you've got a whole entire section on each of the different classes here, where I can show you one example here on ninja. So my main's an archery ninja. Now ask a question here to do with archers. So this is there's one example there. So that's a section again. So if you, for example, I could go through Sura now and have looked for some threads to do with Kirisame, if that might help Kirisame example. So there's that anyway. Now next section is art section. This is where you can show off, if you're a really good artist, this is where you can show off some pictures you made to do with Metin. If you want there's some people that make signatures for you in farm, which my signature at the moment was made by someone. Signature pictures, and again you can request that here, and someone will say roughly what you want, and someone will make that for you. So I'll make that for you. So that's that anyway. Next thing, suggestions and bugs. It's quite simple. This section here, I'm just going to open this in the delete tab here and show you this. This is where you've got an idea that you could do in game. You can put this in, so, and put it in a post here. So you've got different ideas. So you might lovely. So what can I do? Show you an example. This is an example. I'm trying to think. Here you go. This is quite a simple one. You've got small, medium, large pots, and this person suggested extra large pots. So then what people do is tell you what they think of your suggestion. And there are cases where, well, last coma anyway, last community manager will actually forward your ideas to game boards if possible. So, or at least that's what they claim anyway. So that's that section. Then you've got bugs and complaints. This is where you can report bugs, but the best place to do that is in the support system. So that's that. So you can say about bugs that you can count in game. And now that's that. Now next section here is the market section. This is very useful. It's probably one of the more, even if you don't go on forum that much, you might want to at least use the market section, because well, you can buy stuff from in game, buy shops, and you can do calls and ask your friends, things like that. Best place if you're looking for a site or want to sell a site is to come to the market section on forum. Here you can do buying, selling. You can get estimation on what items you. If you're not sure about price, you can again come to forum here, take it, put it on the estimation section. People will tell you roughly what price they'll get. You think it's worth. And you also can trade items, things like that. So for example, I can show you each of these sections. So you've got selling section. This is where people. So you've got something you want to sell, you can come on here and put a thread saying you want to sell this, sell that. So, and then people can come on, or you can come on here and have a look what people are saying. You can say, "Ooh, that looks nice," and buy it. And you can also post what you want. For example, I could say I'm interested in this castle helm, for example. So I can go on here. So you say a castle helm with 8% poison chance and 15 mil, and so you post that you want to buy it 15 mil, but no, in the end you decide not to say it. So that's that really. One thing though, many different sections have their own sorts of rules. One such example is market section. So for example, you can only bump it. This is common mistake that many people make, is to bump it too quickly. You can only bump it once in 3 days. So have a look before you post in the market section. Have a look at the rules and just read through it. So don't do any, so you don't get any silly warnings like that. Now for buying section, I'll go on that. Again, this is a place where if you're looking for something in particular, you can't find it in game, you can place it on here. So for example, someone wants to try and find an EE +9 for example. So a couple of particular bonuses, so you can put that in there. If anyone's got one that they're interested in selling, they'll put a post. For example, this person's asking for a battle shield with immune, and he's still, oh there he goes. Let's try and look for, oh this one I might have some. Okay, this person's looking for an electro sword +6 with 20 undead and something. And here you go, someone's, well he hasn't got exactly what he's looking for, but he's got something close to it, so there you go. This is so as well, point is if someone's got it in so I think that these sections, well anyway, it's there anyway. Maybe I shouldn't have gone looking common, might have a bit more success. Next thing is estimation. As I say, this is useful if you're not sure what price the site is. So you can post it on here, and then and people will tell you poison silver 50 average. Damn! Oh, that's gonna be expensive. Yes, 50 average, yeah. Anyway, I'll go into that. That's more of my main character thinking there. But so he's asking what sort of price people put for it, and so people replied to that. That's just one example, anyway. Next thing is trade. This is where you want to trade items for something else. So that is very similar to buy and sell in section B. So you trade an item for item. But anyway, that's that. So there used to be the section where you could sell accounts here, but they've moved accounts so now you can no longer sell accounts via the support system now. They've removed that. But anyway, that's market setting. Be careful what server you go on. So one's for Column, one's for Miang. We play on Kirisame and my main are both on Miang, so we may focus on this. Next section is the guilds. This again, each server's got their own guild section. So this is where you talk about guilds. At the moment, Kirisame is not in a guild. This is not going to bother him until a bit later. But when we start a guild, then you can introduce it here. You can also talk about guild-related things by here as well. That's that area. You've got one for each of 3 different empires, as well as a general section for related to guilds. Next is this is now going to the area of a farm that I don't normally go in that much, which is Metin 2 World. Play fence. This is where you can, if you've got an idea for an event, post it in, and again players will tell you what they think. And oh no, sorry, it's an event as players. Oh sorry, I've done a mistake there. As events that players have planned, they advertise on players. The players have got their own planned events, which I. And this is one where you can put suggestions on events. Oh my bad. Now out of game chat. These are 4 main non-Metin 2 related things really. You've got general sections like general chat for anything that's not to do with Metin 2. And you've got discussions about non-Metin 2 things. And spam board. This will go into most. Spam board is well, the spam really is for irrelevant, useless stuff. Bit of fun, really. You got like lots of different little games here, that fun games like mess around. And is that it? And you got in section to events, different things, entertainment, and then you got the archive, so it's basically old or threads or deleted threads, things like that. And that's each of the different sections on the farm. Took me a while to get through all that. Now at the top here I've got, you can look at reports. That thing at start farm is this, what we're on at the moment. Members, it shows you all the members of the farm. You also search for different people here, different members of the farm. And team shows you everyone in the Metin 2 team. So from the current community manager. And this is also quite a useful place to go if you're looking for GM online. You can send a message to GMs via here. And that's that. And pillory is where you can see punishments that people have got on the forum. So again, this is to make sure you don't go on here by looking at the rules. Simple as that. Not in-game punishments, this is on the forum. If you want to look at in-game punishments, then that'll be banned, because you've got this ban list set here. It used to actually show you which players got banned for what. For example here, just go a bit earlier. And you used to have a section where they show you everyone that's got banned as well as what offences you have. There you go, something like this. But now they do something, change that now, and they now do something more like this. I prefer the old one really. But again, to help you make sure you don't get banned, look at the in-game rules and follow them. Simple as that. Right. What else on here? Chat leads to IRC. Support tells you the support section. GamePod shows you to GamePod's website. Simple as that. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is posting. It's turned into a long part, isn't it? Should I have this in a separate part? I don't know. Just treat it as though it's like catching up really. Wouldn't be surprised if this goes out of sync as well. I've had times when hypercam videos go out of sync. Hope not. If it does, I'll redo this whole forum section. Right, next thing is basically going to do a post now. Start a new post. So, for example, I'm not going to. I was originally going to plan on doing a post where I just which involves introducing this whole Let's Play, but I'm not going to do that. I don't even know if I'm going to continue it. Anyway, what you can do is, for example, I'm not going to do this, but for example, I'm going to start a new spamming thread, for example. So you've got your thread here. So you want to put in the title, so I don't know, I'm not going to submit this. And then you got where you write anything, so you can just say spam, 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 and that will appear. Now I'm going to teach you other things. You can always add pictures to that. You can go on attachments, and here, as long as you make sure it follows in, you can decide, oh, it's my spore videos. That's just a pure example why I'm uploading spore videos. I've got no Metin 2 videos, but got loads of spore videos to upload. So another example. I'm not going to go back to the start of the video again. So that's that anyway. Just finding pictures and uploading if it fits, and if it fits. So, for example, I suppose I'll just upload another funny random. Here's my Metin 2 files. Actually, let's go on my Metin 2 files. For example, I can just upload that if it fits. Maybe uploads. Just quick upload. We upload it. No, it's too big. But if we did, you've got a little button here that you can press and it'll put it on there that's that anyway. Next thing you can also no alternative if the image is too big. Is to go on a site I use called ImageShack. ImageShack.com. www.image. Oh, I had to type in involved. Oh, typos. Oh, stupid thing. Typos. That's better. That's better. You can upload your video here, and then you get a direct link and put that in, and then people can click that link and go to see pitch that way. So that's another alternative if your picture is too large. Next thing I'm going to do is teach you about BB codes. Now we've got buttons here to do that automatically for you, but I'm going to show you. For example, suppose I want to show you to a particular web link. Then go URL that, then type in www.metin2.co.uk. Type it again. Doesn't help them type in partially dark swell, and that'll that's the link to Metin2. Oh dear, I'm doing great here on the typos. It's just been a horrible day for me today. And that will find a link that will take you to that site. Now another thing you can do, let's get rid of this, put in, oh no, not the L equals that, and then close that bracket there, then type in hi. What it is, it will come out as hi, but you can click on the link and it goes to that site. That's what that does, so that's useful. And using BB codes and also a button here, you can do different things like putting as green, maybe bold it and make it go in the centre. And then again, if you use these buttons up here, it does it automatically for you. But you can type it in yourself, you get learn BB codes. And finally, once you've done all your typing, then before you submit it, quick preview. It'll tell you how it comes out as. If it's all okay, then submit it. We're going to submit this, and it will appear on the thread here once it's done. Simple as that. Now you can edit your posts, and that as soon as when you upload them, if you think you've done a mistake, but only for a certain amount of time. If you want the threads to be deleted, however, or you got an edit but you can't edit it, then PM a mod, and you'll do changes for you, or delete it or move the thread to where you want it, things like that. So, and that's that really. I can do, for example, a quick little thread. So for example, I can say guns is your ban is where you just ban people anything, watch out. So my last one I think is up here. Yep. And say, in this case, a quick reply. Go. No, you're back. So simple. And then say I'll quick preview see how it comes out as. So I might just put in a few smileys. And then submit it. And there you go. This is just my sig here, and that's my avatar. And I think that's everything there is really that I can think of. So one final thing is down here it shows you everyone that's online on the forum. So you can see there's a mod here if you need help with your threads, as well as a GM if you want to contact someone in emergency. Although once I've had two GMs come here, I PM'd them both, telling them about Fishbot, and they didn't get a message till the next day. Typical. But anyway, that's that really. I think I can't think of anything more. So the final thing I'm going to say in this part is whether I should continue this or not. If you really do desperately want me to continue this walkthrough, then put in the comments, say yes, continue with it. But warn you, it's not going to be a part for a while, quite a while I think, because as I said, I'm going to be focusing on the main, and that's with the time I'll get on Metin 2. If I do decide to stop this walkthrough, it'll ease up a lot. I'll probably most likely delete all the current videos I've got on YouTube, I don't know. And if I do ever go back to this Metin 2 walkthrough, it won't be for a long while. So one of the easy things about sports is it's easy for me to quickly record and then upload, and I don't need to worry about anything like grinding or that. I can simply quickly do it and upload it. Something like sport is a lot easier for me to do, so that's why. Whereas Metin 2 will take time, especially since the mods weren't being helpful in dropping things I need. And since game ports I think has lowered the drop rates a few years ago, it makes it near impossible unless you're using DC. I'm trying to do no DC run with this, so this is not being very helpful, if you know what I mean. It's just causing me a lot of stress, this walkthrough. I don't know why. So it's making me just think about whether I should continue it or not. But if you really do desperately want me to continue, then put in the comments, say yes, continue. But if you start saying where's the next part of that, it's just more so I'm going to cause me to quit. I just won't be able to keep up with your demands. As I say, I'm focusing on the main really. And I think with that it's the end of this walkthrough. Well, not walkthrough, I mean this part.